Like, look, I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in this thing where they're trying to get us to believe aliens because NASA just released
Area 51.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
Every
but
time.
I'm gonna say if you tell me 2 + 2 is 4, and I know it is, but then you shove marbles in your ass, and I go, Jesus, Anthony shoves marbles in his ass? That doesn't discredit 2 + 2 is 4.
Okay.
So I'll let motherfuckers to fight this battle, and I'm gonna tell you, if you know Alex Jones or if you know Alan Watt, if you listen to Farrakhan, if you listen to Webster Tarpley, all four of those dudes have the tenacity of crazy.
Right.
And you need that tenacity.
But it doesn't necessarily mean what they're saying is
I don't
bullshit.
have the tenacity of crazy. Because you need that, because I do comedy and I see the faces of people who just go out and party when they announce Bin Laden's dead. The puppets, the sheep. Those are people, a lot of those people come to comedy shows and it makes it difficult to communicate because you can say something that just will make somebody turn on you.
Right.
But this is the one thing that opened my mind up that I never move off of. The Federal Reserve Bank ain't federal. It fucked me up to know that we pay a private loan by a private bank to our government who doesn't borrow money based on our wishes. We are fucking slaves to the bank. And everything else is believable. Once they tell you that the gold standard, do you know what our standard is now? How we weigh our wealth?
It's a debt standard.
Debt! If you owe me 1,000, I'm worth 1,000.
Yes.
But it's not real.
Let me ask you a question about the Alex Joneses of the world. And
Yes.
I hate using that term, but because there's a bunch of them you named. Aren't they bad for the plan?
Yeah.
So why doesn't the government do a little something with them?
Because they're
putting marbles up their ass.
Yes. Thank you.
I understand what Patrice says.
Thank you.
If they say this shit, but they're so crazy when they're saying it, and so many people are like, oh, listen to this fucking guy. So they can make the lie better by exposing it and being crazy, because then you'd have to be crazy to believe it.
Let me go with that then. So why isn't there a guy that doesn't put the marbles up his ass saying the same shit?
Hold on.
Like that Pakistani woman?
Well, I'm going to ask, and has there
dead.
been a guy that didn't do it with putting the marbles up his ass, and what happened to that guy?
Ready though?
I'm talking about talk radio,
I know. Wait, ready? I'm not a crazy guy. Hi. In about 3 years, aliens will be visiting us, and
you just put marbles up your ass.
No matter, I could go, motherfucker, aliens is coming, you bastards, and you go, Eesh. Then you go, I talked to God yesterday. God said we had a drink together, and that nigga's crazy. No matter what you say, that ain't regular. With the regular shit that the news is telling you and everything,
you're saying
you crazy.
But you're saying it today. I don't know what I believe. I'm listening to you, and it's very interesting. But you're saying it without putting marbles up your ass right now.
No, I'm not.
You're putting marbles up your ass.
Because someone's getting mad. Because here's the thing. Here's something that I've never said in public. I'm gonna say right now, and it scares me. But at least I'm here, and I could get a chance to say it correctly. I'll never say it on Fox and stuff because they'll just chop your head off, and I'm evil. They always throw. So you don't support the troops, and people get fucked up with that. But I go, the troops are not an entity to be supported. They do what they're told to do. So I'm not supporting anyone that gets killed in the line of duty and go over there and in their mind, they're protecting me and your liberty. I'm saying that they don't do anything for you to support them. They just do the bidding of the banks and the government, whatever they see fit. So if I say I don't support the troops, it's not saying I don't support those people that are dying. You go, I don't support policy. And for people like on these news to manipulate that, knowing that they're intelligent people and they put that at you and they make you sound fucked up, you know that they are controlled by Because the banks own the networks, and they own propaganda, and they own so of course, if you take out the fact that you are racist, listen to Farrakhan. When Farrakhan talks about the banking system, and what they do to the kids, he ain't talking about black. He talking about, and he cries. This motherfucker starts crying.
But then
Alex Jones is losing his mind because people won't.
But then Farrakhan puts marbles up his ass by talking about flying pyramids and fucking.
But he has told you 2 + 2 is 4. You can pick up a book and go 2 + 2 is 4.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker got marbles in his ass.
I love the marbles.
But
it's the best analogy ever.
But 2 + 2 is 4.
Right.
So you don't even have to really listen to him no more. All you have to do is get your math book and then go, wow, 3 times 3 is 9.
But it turns out, a lot of people think of it in terms of like a witness in a trial. If you find any part of the testimony to be false, or you don't think there's
belief
any
is
truth upon
circumstantial.
it, then you can throw out all the testimony.
Yeah, it's
like
all conjecture. We are repeating. I'm just basically parroting what I hear, and then with a little bit of research
and a little bit of your own intellect and
what do we
experience.
know?
I believe we shot Osama. I can't prove it. I just believe it.
Okay, let's again cut out the news.
I just believe it. I'm disappointed we didn't get to see the death shot because it would shut up a lot of conspiracy guys. But the White House comes out and says, "Well, they'll always not believe."
And here's what this girl, a friend of my woman. She goes, she was in the army. Now the army's fucking her bad. Won't give her GI Bill and shit. Don't So she goes. Well, if we didn't bury him, it would incite what? More anger? Like the fact that Al Qaeda is supposedly threatening us now with violence. They weren't yesterday before this motherfucker got shot.
There'd be more threats of violence. They hate us to the umpteenth level.
They're
on 11.
Osama got killed. They went to level all shit.
Yeah.
They was just going to basically kill us. But then, But
why raise suspicion in so many people?
Because
by not
it was
showing
a
the death
fucking
photo.
cover-up. He's dead!
But you could find some kind of lookalike then at that point and show a death photo of some guy.
Because
even if they released the death photo, people would have questions like, oh, that's not him.
The sophistication of technology fucks up this game.
Yeah, but the government has shit. They're telling us Bill Burr. Bill Burr says the government has shit we don't even know about yet.
Dude, I'm not talking about the shit we don't know about.
He goes, LBJ had an iPad.
But
what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because Bill Burr made a great point. He went to the Reagan Museum, wasn't it, or the library out there in California, and they have a part of his plane, Air Force One, where it had a phone on it. Way before this technology was available for anybody else.
That's not my point, that they have all this technology.
They might have other technology.
My point is this. The fact that we have it fucks them. The internet, they are trying to destroy the internet. It fucks them up. Photoshop fucks them up. They can't treat you like complete dummies. They did release a death photo, and motherfuckers went, this shit's Photoshop.
Oh, you think that was supposed to be the fucking
nigga? Yes.
God damn it! I never heard that one
These
before.
are 80-year-old white guys who are fucking still.
So wait.
Why do we still have the Nielsen?
Please.
Why do we still wait? Why the fuck, with all this technology, we still depend on a rating system that one family is in control of 100,000? It's bullshit.
Hold on, I gotta slow you down because your point is so brilliant that I want to just explore that a little bit. So you think the government kind of like, all right, let's just get this out there and see if they
let's see how they bite. Oh shit! Someone found 2 pictures that we put together.
They looked at that shit. And Obama's birth certificate. Motherfuckers, technology looked at that and went, what the fuck is this shit?
See, that's just funny.
I
got to take the other part of that, too.
Go ahead.
If the government's so powerful, they would just find some fucking Muslim that kind of looks like him and then kill that fucking guy and then put that picture out there.
Really? And then
why not?
His technology.
What happens then?
I'm looking at Valley Bertinelli. That's not really Dude, technology fucks with the
So you think
thing.
they threw that picture out hoping?
That was the
we would
picture.
bite.
That was the death photo.
That was the picture.
And they thought
then
they would just let us and this is the thing that kills me about Fox and all that. They're not arguing. They flushed him down the fucking ocean. They're arguing. Why didn't we get to see the death photos? It's like, wait a minute. You're not questioning the fact that you had a Muslim burial for public enemy number 2 all time. This is public. If we, okay, do you think we would have just? We still want to find Hitler. We're still trying to find his bones.
Looking in South America.
In some him and Ava Braun, who supposedly killed him, and speculation. Do you think that they would just flush the of our time, the worst motherfucker that ever was born?
Yeah.
They would just throw him in the ocean, and under the guise of having a respectful Muslim burial. Do you fucking believe that? You believe that? This is what I'm saying. The frustration is I can't move on. Fucking believe that?
Right.
As a person. Just as a person who doesn't have a television, if I told you that. And me and you talking no TV, and I go, yeah, man, Bin Laden. Who's Bin Laden? Yeah, this is a guy responsible. We killed 3,000 people, and he wants to kill millions, and he runs the most sinister terrorist group ever created. This guy may be on par. His intentions may be on par with Hitler.
Wow, this guy's fucking evil.
Found him, caught him, and killed him. Whoa!
Great.
What did you do with the body? Threw it in the water.
This is your new set, by the way.
I love the fact that
Threw it in the
Thinking
water?
Man's Comedy. That's your new gig.
He's
Yeah, but Danny says
kind of turning me.
No, but Danny says that death photo's been around for a while. So what's your take on that, Patrice?
Rehashed after.
Well, that's what Danny says. That's what this is what I'm saying. This
Well,
is
that's
a
what you're
guy.
saying.
That's what I'm talking about. I discredit what Danny says.
And he just did
he
that.
discredit me. Who gives a fuck what Danny says? And not because it's Danny, but because anything.
Anybody says anything, you could just say no.
No.
And people,
And that's the simplicity of
and
it.
people are saying, why aren't we beating up Patrice like we do Troy? Well, because Troy Kwan comes in here with questions, but doesn't give us any.
No, he gives
anything.
us nothing.
Like at least Patrice is giving us some stuff to think about.
Patrice has.
That's the difference, by the way. I can't go to that guy on the phones right now.
15 levels of involvement with every subject he brings up. You could peel away the layers. He explains what he's talking about. But when you get somebody that comes in and just goes, yeah, the Pentagon was hit with a missile. How? Explain that when there were plane parts. No, there weren't. No, I was hit by a missile. You believe in everything the government says? It's like, but when Patrice explains things like, look, why the fuck would they take the biggest fucking criminal of our time and just throw his body away without anyone
like it's
seeing
cocaine.
it? No one saw it.
Like evidence that you
and they
get rid
threw
of.
it away without at least. Now think about this also.
It does bother me.
They took Jeffrey Dahmer after he was killed and examined his brain to see abnormalities and maybe things that could be worked on in the future. Wouldn't you want to check out bin Laden's brain and see if there were abnormalities? Why didn't they do an autopsy? Hey, did he have those kidney problems? Let's cut him open and maybe see if this guy had some kind of physical, mental problem.
Have you heard this on Fox? What are you saying?
No, I
Have you
haven't
heard it on CNN? No.
They just wrapped him up and
they
flushed him down
accept
the
that.
ocean, like what you said. Flushed him down the ocean. I love flushed him down the ocean.
Here come the cops. Here come nosy people with their bullshit.
Quick, get him in the drink. Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
You're getting me thinking, Patrice.
That's all it is. And then you just go and you just look at basically.
I think the government gave you diabetes. They don't like this power you got.
Nigga, if they want to get rid of me, I'd rather have AIDS and drop dead than to have this shit. Because diabetes it has to be government. AIDS ain't
government diabetes.
Because diabetes is hilarious. Because if you say I'm dying of sugar, it just makes you smile.
It's like, oh.